And one of those killed in the massive fires overwhelming Southern California is a former childhood actor and motivational speaker who overcame numerous physical challenges.
As WGN's Joel Hillary reports, Rory Sykes' mom tried to get help for her son, but couldn't reach 911.
The devastating wildfires sweeping through Los Angeles have left a heartbreaking trail of destruction, claiming lives, reducing homes to ash, and displacing entire communities. Among the many tragedies is the death of a Hollywood actor whose body was discovered inside their burnt home. Today we'll uncover the lives of this actor and others affected by the fire. Dalyce Curry.
Dalyce Curry, she was known as Mama D, an Altadena resident who died when the Eaton fire tore through her neighborhood and burned down her home. Mama D was part of old black Hollywood in the 1950s and worked as an actor in Los Angeles for decades, appearing in films including The Ten Commandments and The Blues Brothers. Mama D was 95 years old.
Dalyce Curry, affectionately known as Mama D by her family, was a vibrant figure whose life was deeply intertwined with the glamour and grit of Hollywood's golden age. Born in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1929, Curry's larger-than-life personality and ambition brought her to Los Angeles, where she pursued her dreams of becoming an actress. Although stardom eluded her, Curry carved out a unique space in the entertainment industry, earning roles in films such as The Ten Commandments and Lady Sings the Blues. Her journey in Hollywood was shaped by her mentorship under Madame Sul Tae-wan, a pioneering figure and the first black woman to sign a movie contract. Sul Tae-wan became Curry's guide, introducing her to opportunities rare for women of color in mid-century Hollywood. Beyond acting, Curry also toured as a singer and dancer alongside the legendary Pearl Bailey. Curry's vibrant personality left an indelible mark on those who knew her. Her granddaughter, Dalyce Kelly, described her as fabulous, recalling her love for big hair, bright makeup, and an unmatched zest for life. This zest extended to her family, who were at the heart of her world. Tragically, Curry's life ended when the Eaton fire tore through Altadena, consuming her home. After returning from the hospital following a dizzy spell, she spent her final hours in the cottage she cherished, unaware of the danger creeping closer. Her family, unable to reach her in time, mourned not only her passing but the loss of decades of memories and heirlooms destroyed in the blaze. The fire spared almost nothing, including the prized possessions Curry had hoped to restore, like her midnight blue 1981 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham. Rory Callum Sykes.
The wildfires devastating much of the Los Angeles area left nothing but scorched ground and rubble to what was once Shelley Sykes' 32-year-old son, Rory Callum Sykes' cottage in Malibu.
Rory Callum Sykes, born July 29, 1992, in West Yorkshire, UK, was a figure of extraordinary determination and success despite overwhelming odds. His life began with challenges that would shape his journey. A car accident while in the womb caused brain damage, leaving him blind and with cerebral palsy. Doctors believed he would never see or walk, but Rory defied all expectations. Through a series of grueling surgeries, 11 on his legs and 1 on his eyes, and years of physiotherapy, Rory regained his sight and mobility. By age 6, he had already captivated audiences as the charismatic host of the British children's TV show Kitty Capers. Rory's presence on television broke barriers, proving that a disability was no obstacle to achieving success. At just 8 years old, he became a motivational speaker, sharing stages with luminaries like Tony Robbins. His speeches inspired countless people to overcome their own challenges, turning him into a beacon of hope for people around the world. His story was immortalized in Callum's Cure, a book published by Simon & Schuster that detailed his life from adversity to triumph.
He was my baby, and he died needlessly.
On X, Shelley shares that Rory, a British-born Australian living in the U.S. who was sought out as an inspirational speaker as young as 8 years old, was born blind and with cerebral palsy. As the firestorm got close to Rory's home, Shelley rushed to call for help.
Rory's passions extended beyond the spotlight. An avid gamer and coder, he spent countless hours playing RuneScape, a hobby that reflected his love for technology. He also dabbled in entrepreneurship, founding businesses in digital marketing and advising corporations like Microsoft and ING Group. Despite his success, he remained deeply committed to philanthropy, co-founding Happy Charity to bring hope and health to those in need. His life came to a heartbreaking end during the Malibu fires. He lived in a cottage on his family's 17-acre property, but he was trapped as the flames closed in. His mother Shelley tried desperately to save him, but was unable to move him due to a broken arm. Rory's courage shined through even in his final moments as he urged his mother to save herself. The vulnerable left behind.
We are seeing some pretty extreme pictures here.
Michael, the wind has picked up so significantly, it's getting hard to stand. I'm going to give you an idea of where we are on Washington Boulevard. We are near a nursing home, the Parkview Nursing Home Wellness Center, and they are evacuating patients in wheelchairs as you see embers flying through the wind.
The wildfires did not discriminate, claiming lives across all demographics, but they underscored the unique vulnerability of elderly residents. Many older people found themselves unable to evacuate due to physical limitations, a lack of assistance, or a deep emotional connection to their homes. Among the victims was 83-year-old Arlene Kelly, a beloved grandmother who had lived in her Altadena home for more than 4 decades. As the fire advanced, Kelly's family urged her to leave, but her sense of security in the home she had maintained and cherished for years made her hesitant. Her granddaughter, Brianna Navarro, recalled how Kelly dismissed the threat, believing the flames wouldn't reach her house. The decision proved fatal. When the fire engulfed the neighborhood, Kelly was unable to escape, leaving her family to grieve not only her death, but the circumstances that could have been avoided with better support and communication. Another heart-wrenching story is that of Victor Shaw, a 66-year-old Malibu resident who died trying to defend the family home. For more than 50 years, the house represented Shaw's history, memories, and connections to his loved ones. Armed with a garden hose, Shaw battled the inferno until the flames overwhelmed him. His body was later found near the property's remains, still holding the hose, a symbol of his desperate attempt to protect what mattered most to him. These stories reflect the broader challenges elderly people face during disasters. Many, like Kelly, resist evacuation out of fear of the unknown or the attachment to their homes, which often serve as anchors of familiarity and comfort. Others, like Shaw, are driven by a sense of duty to protect their family's legacies, even at great personal risk. Compounding these issues is the lack of tailored emergency systems for the elderly. Many evacuation alerts are sent via digital platforms that older people may not use or understand. Physical limitations, transportation challenges, and the absence of adequate community support exacerbate their vulnerability. Advocacy groups have long called for improved emergency communication and evacuation plans that prioritize accessibility and inclusivity. Solutions could include neighborhood check-ins, dedicated services for seniors, and real-time assistance for those unable to evacuate independently. The unimaginable scale of destruction. The LA wildfires have left a profound and permanent scar on the city and its surrounding areas. Over 13,000 structures have been reduced to ash, and tens of thousands of residents have been displaced, many with little more than the clothes on their backs. For those who survived, the destruction is not just physical, but deeply emotional, as entire communities have been wiped out in a matter of hours. The scale of loss is almost incomprehensible. Neighborhoods once teeming with life are now desolate wastelands of blackened earth and rubble. Mandy Moore, the actress and singer, described the heartache of walking through her street, where nearly every home had been destroyed. Though her house miraculously remained partially intact, the emotional toll of witnessing the devastation to her neighbors' properties has left her grappling with a profound sense of loss and survivor's guilt. Even those who managed to evacuate in time face significant challenges. Many victims lost not only their homes, but also irreplaceable personal belongings, family photos, heirlooms, and items tied to decades of memories. Randy Crawdaddy Meode, a well-loved and beloved Malibu resident, perished in the fires while trying to save his home, affectionately dubbed the Crab Shack. For Randy, the property was more than just a house. It was a community hub and a symbol of his identity. Hope amid tragedy.
I know so many people who live in and around the Palisades, are people that I'm working with on the crew here on the film now have lost their homes and families lost homes. It's devastating. And, I think catastrophe on so many levels.
In the face of destruction, acts of heroism, kindness, and solidarity have provided a glimmer of hope. Firefighters and first responders have been at the forefront of the battle, working tirelessly under harrowing conditions to save lives and contain the infernos. Neighbors have come together in remarkable ways. Stories of residents checking on one another, sharing supplies, and offering transportation to those in need are a testament to the strength of human compassion. Now it's time to hear from you. How do you think communities can better prepare for disasters like the LA wildfire? Let us know in the comments section below.